Welcome to classes by Inspire Physics. Drift velocity is our topic today. We know that for every conductor there will be a large number of free electrons. These free electrons will be moving randomly in different direction with the different velocities. So since they are moving in different direction, we can say that the average velocity of the electrons will be almost zero. So there is no average velocity. We can say like that. But when we apply a potential difference, see, this situation of a conductor, there are many electrons moving in different direction randomly. So there is no average velocity. Average velocity we can set is equal to 0. Electrons are moving in different direction like this. A is the area cross section of the conductor and L is the length of the conductor. Now what happens when we apply a potential difference? See, here we apply negative potential at this side positive potential. These electrons are repelled by the negative potential. This electron experience a repulsive force. Due to the force, repulsive force, the electrons will gain acceleration. Their velocity will increase. They accelerate. When they start to move from negative to positive, they may collide. During their collision, see, many times electrons undergo collision. The average time interval between two collisions we call by a name, that is a relaxation time. Tau is a symbol. Okay, so after collision, what happens is the electrons will attain a particular average velocity. This average velocity is given called, it's a name given as drift velocity. So drift velocity is the average velocity acquired by the electrons whose both acquired electrons in a conductor across which we apply a potential difference. Okay, now we need to get equation for drift velocity. See, we'll start with the equation. N means number of electrons per unit volume in the conductor. What is the equation N? Total number of electrons divided by the volume. Then how many electrons are there totally? N is equal to N into volume. N indicate number of electrons per volume. So capital N is equal to N into volume. What is the volume of the conductor? A is the area cross section and L is the length. So we have A into L is the volume. Then total number of electrons equal to N into A into L. Now we need to find a current. See, actually electrons are moving in this direction. Current will be in opposite direction like this. In this direction, current will start from. Current is equal to Q by T. Total charge Q divided by T. Q is equal to N into E. E is the charge of electron. So N into E by T is the equation of current. Now we substitute N is equal to Na into L. Na into L instead of N into E by T is the equation for current. Now here we have length. L is the length, the average distance from here to here, total distance. Okay, total distance divided by the total time taken. That we can give a symbol L by T, that will be equal to velocity. We can say that velocity is a drift velocity. So N A E into what we can say? We can say it is a drift velocity. Okay, this is our first equation for drift velocity in terms of current. See, from this, what is drift velocity? Drift velocity is equal to I by NEA. Okay, this we can use as equation for drift velocity. So drift velocity depends on the current, number of electrons per volume, charge of one electron and area of cross section. Now if we know current, how can you get current density? What is current density? Current density has a symbol J. Current density means current by area. See, current divided by area. So area will be cancelled and what will you get? NE into VD. This is the equation for what? Current density. What's the SI of current density? Current by area. We can say ampere per meter square. This is the equation of, this is the unit of current density. Okay, this is our first equation for drift velocity. Now we know that this is the relaxation time. Say the average time interval. Okay. See, a drift velocity is average velocity. Average velocity attained by the electrons after repeated collisions. See, initially the average velocity was 0 because electrons are randomly moving in the absence of the potential difference. So, if we apply equation of motion, that is V is equal to U plus AT, in a time relaxation time taken is relaxation time. Initially the average, if you use the average velocity, this was 0. Okay, average velocity is 0. Then in a time tau, the velocity becomes a drift velocity. It will obtain average velocity called drift velocity. Drift velocity is average velocity of the electrons. Okay, after when we connect a potential difference across the terminals. Now we can write a relation. if you replace these V, U and T with these terms, we have Vd is equal to 0 plus A into tau. Or what is Vd? Vd is equal to A into tau. This is another equation for a drift velocity. We can take it as equation number 2. Now we need to replace acceleration. See, who is providing the acceleration for the electrons? The electrostatic force. Okay. So we know that generally what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to force by time. Sorry, force by mass. Which force? The electric field is giving the force. So we know that F is equal to Q into E. Instead of Q, Q means charge. So charge of electron is E. So F is equal to E into E. What is E? Capital E. Capital is electric field. See, from positive to negative term there is electric field. Electric field is in this direction. I can mark electric field. Across the conductor there is electric field. Electric field into charge is the force divided by M. Okay. Now I just substitute here. Drift velocity is equal to, instead of A I will use E by M into tau. There is another relation for drift velocity in terms of electric field. Okay, we have got equation for drift velocity in terms of electric field also. So we have got 3 equations so far. One in terms of current, second in terms of acceleration, third in terms of electric field. Now in electric potential, we have learned that if L is the length of the conductor, between the ends, across the ends, there is potential difference V. So we know that potential difference V is equal to, so E is equal to V by L. That we have seen in that chapter, potential difference. Potential. E is equal to V by L. See, E is equal to V by L. When you substitute there, drift velocity is equal to E by M into capital V by small l. This is potential gradient into relaxation time. This is another relation for what? Drift velocity in terms of potential difference. Okay. That's about drift velocity. We have got different expressions for drift velocity in terms of current, acceleration, electric field as well as potential difference. Now with the help of this concept of drift velocity, we need to obtain equation for resistance and resistivity. Okay, so before that we need to see Ohm's law. From the help of drift velocity, we can say microscopically in terms of length and area cross section, we will see the Ohm's law. Okay, now we directly go to that. See, we know that we have the equation I is equal to NAE into VD. Okay, so take this equation. We have I is equal, current is equal to NAE. What is VD? This is VD, drift velocity. I substitute drift velocity from equation number 4, V by L into tau. Okay. Okay, now I just cross multiply this. I need a V. See, when I cross multiply, M and L come here. ML by NAE square. NAE square and tau. I just take to the denominator. What is on the right side? I is already there. What is on the right side? We have a V. Or replacing means interchanging LHS and RHS. We can say V is equal to ML by NE square A tau into I. See, V is equal to, these terms are constants. Mass of electron is constant, length of conductor, area cross section of conductor, electronic charge, number of electrons per volume, relaxation, all these are constants. So what we can say? I can say V is equal to a constant R into I. Or I can say V proportional to I. This is Ohm's law. So this is Ohm's law. In Ohm's law, what is R? See, we know in Ohm's law R is a resistance. So we have the equation of resistance as R is equal to ML by NE square A tau. This equation for resistance. So this is called a microscopic equation for resistance. Resistance depends on directly proportional length, inversely proportional to area cross section. If you know resistance, what is conductance? Reciprocal. See, we can say conductance 1 by R. What is 1 by R? 1 by R is called conductance. Okay, what is conductance now? Conductance is equal to NE square A tau divided by M into L. Reciprocal resistance is conductance. Now we need resistivity. See, we know the equation of resistivity. Resistivity is having a symbol rho. Rho is equal to R into A by L. So this is R. ML by NE square A tau R into A by L. So A cancels, L also cancels. What is left? Rho is equal to M by N E square tau. This equation of resistivity. Okay, take the reciprocal. Reciprocal is called conductivity. Conductivity having a symbol sigma. Conductivity sigma is equal to 1 by rho. Take the reciprocal of this. It is Ne square tau divided by M. This is what? This is called a conductivity. We have got resistivity and conductivity in terms of what? In terms of mass of the electron, relaxation time, number of electrons per volume, and charge of the electron. Okay, these are called microscopic expressions for resistance and resistivity. Okay, now we will define one more term called mobility. See, mobility. What is mobility? Mobility is a ratio of drift velocity divided by electric field. See, drift velocity we divide by electric field. Take this equation. This is drift velocity. See, E tau by M. Then divide by E. What will you get? We will get E tau by M. Okay, what is E tau by M? This is called a mobility. Mobility means how easily the electrons are able to conduct from one end to the other. So we have got a few derivations related to drift velocity. These are the various expressions for drift velocity up to equation number 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then with the help of drift velocity, based on concept of drift velocity, we have arrived at Ohm's law, and from that we have got equations for resistance, reciprocal conductance, then resistivity, and its reciprocal is conductivity. Okay, so we have seen the concept of drift velocity. I hope that you have understood. Okay, thank you.